The reinforced door of Oscar's habitat module hissed open to reveal something he hadn't expected to see on Frontier Station Epsilon. A Drakari female. Scales shimmering iridescent blue-green under the corridor lights, slumped against his doorframe with tears streaming down her reptilian face. "I can't live without a male," she wailed, her voice carrying that musical quality all Drakari possessed. Oscar, still holding the maintenance wrench he'd been using to fix his air recycler, blinked slowly. 30 years of military service across 12 star systems had prepared him for many things. A crying dragon girl on his doorstep was not one of them. "Come again?" he said, his graying beard twitching with suppressed confusion. The Drakari female looked up, her golden eyes meeting his weathered brown ones. She was young, maybe equivalent to early 20s in human years, with delicate horns curving back from her temples and a tail that wrapped nervously around her legs. "My bonding male," she sobbed. He terminated our bond. Cast me out. I have nowhere to go. Drakari females cannot survive without a male's presence. It's biological. I'll wither and die within 3 cycles without bonded companionship. Oscar had heard about Drakari bonding biology. Their species had evolved on a harsh world where females possessed immense physical power, but required a male's pheromones to regulate their metabolism. It was a symbiotic arrangement that had seemed romantic until you saw it weaponized. "And you came to my door because? You're human," she said, as if that explained everything. "Humans don't follow proper protocol. Everyone says so. You do. Unexpected things," Oscar snorted. That was one way to describe humanity's reputation among the galactic community. "What's your name, kid?" "1. Daisy." She noticed his raised eyebrow. "I chose it myself. I like human names. They're simple. Direct. All right, Daisy. Get inside before someone sees you making a scene." He stepped aside, and she scrambled in with surprising desperation. His habitat was small, a converted military unit with a bunk, a kitchenette, and walls covered in old star charts and unit patches. Daisy looked around with wide eyes, taking in the sparse, functional space. "This is very human," she said softly. "It's home." Oscar tossed the wrench onto his workbench. "Now, explain to me why your male booted you out." Daisy's tail drooped. "I questioned the territorial accords. My bonded male, Kreth, serves in the Drakari diplomatic corps. When I suggested that humanity deserved representation in the Outer Rim negotiations, he said I was compromised, corrupted by human ideals of equality." Her voice turned bitter. "He severed the bond to preserve his political standing." Oscar settled into his chair, studying her. "So you're dying because you had an opinion?" "Because I had the wrong opinion about the wrong species." Daisy wrapped her arms around herself. "No other Drakari male will bond with a female who's been cast out. I'm contaminated goods. That's the stupidest thing I've heard all week, and I watched 2 Ventari engineers try to install a plasma coil backwards yesterday." Despite herself, Daisy laughed a sound like wind chimes. "You really don't follow protocol, do you? Protocol got a lot of good people killed in my career." Oscar stood and moved to his kitchenette. "Coffee? I don't know what that is." "You're about to find out." Over the next hour, Oscar learned more about Drakari biology than he'd ever wanted to know. The bonding wasn't just cultural, it was genuinely biochemical. Without a male's pheromonal presence, a female's metabolism would crash within days. She'd grow weak, then comatose, then dead. "So you need a male, not specifically your ex?" Oscar asked. Daisy nodded miserably. "But no Drakari male will accept me now. And other species' biochemistry is incompatible. Except," she looked up hopefully, "humans are. Weird. Your biochemistry is almost absurdly adaptable. Your pheromones are simple but unusually potent across species. There are rumors that bonded pairs between humans and Drakari have survived, but it's never been officially documented, Because both species' governments deny it's possible. Oscar leaned back, processing. So you're asking me to be your… what? Substitute? Male? Just temporarily. Just until I can find a permanent solution. I won't be any trouble. I can work. I can pay rent. I can… Kid. Oscar held up a hand. Slow down. Let me think. Slow down. He thought about the regs, the station protocols, the political shitstorm this could cause. Then he thought about his squad from the siege of Andromeda. 7, half of whom had been aliens who'd fought and died beside him because it was the right thing to do. Protocols. Be damned. You can stay, he said finally. Daisy's eyes went wide. Really? Temporarily, until we figure something out. But we're doing this smart. You're staying as my research assistant. I restore old military tech as a side business. Gives us a cover story. Oscar. Tears welled in her golden eyes again. Thank you. You're saving my life. Yeah. Well. He rubbed his beard awkwardly. Humans are sentimental. About folks dying on our doorstep. Bad for property values. Over the following weeks, something unexpected happened. Daisy didn't just survive, she thrived. Her scales grew brighter, her energy returned, and she proved remarkably adept at helping Oscar with his restoration work. Her Drakari strength made quick work of heavy components, while her delicate claws excelled at precision soldering. More surprisingly, Oscar found he didn't mind the company. You know what the galaxy doesn't understand about humans? Daisy said one evening, carefully reassembling a navigation computer. What's that? You don't help people because of protocol, or biology, or politics. You help because someone needs help. It's infuriatingly simple. Oscar smiled into his coffee. Yeah, we're simple like that. Not simple, Daisy corrected, meeting his eyes. Direct. Like my name. Outside Oscar's habitat window, Frontier Station Epsilon continued its eternal orbit, and inside, a human veteran and a dragon girl proved that sometimes the most alien concept in the galaxy was simple kindness. And that humanity's greatest strength wasn't technology or warfare, but the stubborn refusal to let someone die alone when you could do something about it.